What's going on, y'all? It's Jason Reviews here again. First time I'm actually going to try to put two videos out in one day. I was thinking about this Bigg and TRex battle. I got about an hour until the next event starts, and I said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Why not put it out while everybody's talking about it before there's more battles? Very basic, like I said, I was going to do in the recap, Bigg versus TRex review. By far, in my opinion, the battle of the night. A lot of great performances, but this is the one where really two of the top performers, in my opinion, on the card were in the battle. Which naturally leads for, a little bit of competitive conversation. Obviously, if you're on Twitter and you're seeing the reaction to this battle, a lot of people calling it 50-50. Let's talk battle rap. We put our voting poll out. That is literally locked at 50-50. I think it might be like 5149K now. Bum Nitty, shout out to my guy Bum. Love him, that's the bro. Put out his own voting poll, right? And that's around the same. Everything's around the same. Everything's calling 50-50, maybe even a couple leaning towards Rex. Which obviously means, as Bigg is the heavy favorite, there's a lot to talk about here. Is it actually, that competitive? What makes it the battle to be talked about? So all those things to break down, but first we'll start with the first round. On the first round, it does start on Rex. So Rex going first. I know a couple people were a little worried about that too, right? Because even if you're on the return or if, you're the underdog going second, you hope that maybe you guys a little bit light to start out. You get the momentum early. So Rex actually starts out first and opens up with a hat slam, Montgomery brawl line. Yeah, you ain't just see what happened to Montgomery. So, getting that energy early. And then from there, gets into a good little bit of a punch on what I love. I've talked about it already a few times in other videos and tweets talking about this Rex performance. Just think that his pace was really good. Obviously, love to see him getting healthy in life. What it meant to him, older interviews kind of almost sounded like he was down on himself. But then to turn around, you just see confidence. That's what it gives you. You can clearly see he has more confidence with the way he's going about things. Starts out early though with a couple punchlines. Personally, you're gonna have some hit or miss here. He has this ain't synthetic, I'm smoking K2. Heard that a gazillion times. Tay-Rock versus Bad News obviously is probably the most famous that people remember, but very said punchline. Always, and we're gonna get into this theme of what I'm talking about here. From there, he gets the positive K line. It just takes one hit to be positive K. I like that a lot. The baseball joint. Then the serial killer, Special K. Once again, Special K bar, kind of like the K2 bar, Just a couple of those you got to edit out. When you see a pattern of it, that's when the outdated critiques start to come in. Then he is the leg off K, cut the leg off K, don't ask me why, like that. The MC Hammer... if the MC Hammer Time bar was cool, I shoot at this fruit. If you want to die, what's in my palm of granite? Kind of goes back to a couple of those other bars we were talking about, right? A little bit outdated, the pattern showing there. But I like the way he ends the round. We out there with the sticks, gonna think the reception is bad, like that, and the vanish mode bar. As long as the second I see him, he gone instantly. So, it's kind of funny in there, right? Because he's really rapping it good. The delivery is good. The content is hit or miss in the first, but clearly it's a pretty standard for what a Rex round could be, right? What we've seen recently, that is a solid round. And then K goes in the first, and similar to what he's going to do in the second. It's just an angle-heavy battle. I think K is always, he's finally getting his props for what he is as an angler. It used to be occasional, and over the years, it's kind of grown. He's done it more. And in the first round, after a really good opening bar, it's just another dot on the table. It's the domino effect. Very fire bar to start, just right there, haymaker to catch it off rip. From there, jokes on Rex, who's been going through some legal issues. Talk about he was in jail for 2 weeks, and then gets into the angle that many people have kind of talked about or went at now about Rex, claiming Crip later in life. He wasn't a Crip before, all of a sudden he's a Crip, and kind of just works almost really a joking angle for it. Talks about in the math rematch on Vlad TV how he claimed to be neutral there, but now he's claiming to be 60, and all the things that go into that. And then he says, oh, you claim neutral, so I do believe you when you say you got to switch. The way he dresses the whole angle up and it leads to a punch within it, angle punching is always going to land. Either they like the wordplay or they like the angle. And if you get them to believe both, that's how you make the angle really, really hit at its highest level. Everyone talk about everyone had been cripping since Nipsey died. Further goes at Rex, talking about how it's been the same reason you're throwing up C's now is the same reason kids was throwing up B's in 06. You ain't influencing the youth, you influenced by them. I thought that was really, really crazy. And like I said, it's really just two haymakers out of the angle. But if you really buy into what he's doing, he wraps it thoroughly, just like Rex. Great delivery, great pure wrapper. It makes you believe in it. So due to just that spottiness of content, right? It's not the worst thing, but in a separation here where a guy's dropping haymakers like this, plus the domino effect bar, had to give K the first round pretty clear. From there, we can get right into the second round, and something you can see off rip with Rex, and I want to talk about in the second round. I think his second is better than his first, which is a great sign. I think one of the main critiques of Rex is usually after that first there can be a fall off, right? It's oh, Rex is good for one round, and then he's gonna either lose his breath, run out of content. So to see his first be solid and his second be good, that's how you get to the level of competitive, because it takes 2 rounds to win a battle, right? So, the more, I just really like seeing that there's multiple rounds where there's really signs of life, and in this, really more than just signs of life. The rebuttal decay saying, he has no jail record, he pulls his phone up, really can't even see what's on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't really work an angle, just kind of like throws his phone up, so, funny little opener. Then there's a little bit of filler raps, then he gets in the Tom to Hawk bar, which is pretty dope. Only time I shout is when I need my shooters to take a stain out. The shout, stain out, fire like that. We learn to move like roaches when we get in a raid. So now he's hitting, right? It's like a little, it's like jabbing with the momentum. It's starting to be that like building a momentum rap, which is really what I think Rex has always been really, really great at. Gets into some of that trap talk. I got a stray bullet for the stray dog. So he's just hitting good rhyme pockets. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy. And then I used to hit the block as hard as George Foreman hit the bag. You gonna need GPS and just go another way. So like I like the little chain punch in. This is what I love to see. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take the craziest thing. It doesn't have to be the most complex writing. But as long as it's not pomegranate, like some of that stuff that's really kind of like you gotta edit those out. This little like jabbing is like, it's really great, bro. It's why people are extremely excited about this Rex performance. Snake Eyes, I ain't Snake Eyes. When you talk to me, watch your tone, bro. Shit, I've heard a lot of tone, bro bars before, exactly in that wordplay, in that lineup, but I really like that. He had caught fire by then, so it goes over really well. 40, a rain and recoil, or it's got 40, got recoil, bullets, a rain, and it'll recoil. I like that a lot, too. The lunchroom table, put the beats on them, so Rex is just wilding out, you know what I'm saying? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, how about the opposite? Put you down in the grave and you ain't coming out of it. Absolutely losing his mind, the Stojakovic bar. So Rex's second is great. You know what I'm saying? I think I even appreciated more in the playback. I thought in the first couple of that little bit of filler was longer, but really he wilded out the whole second. And K comes back with a really well-crafted angle again in the second. The opener, Murder Mook's evil version, it's okay, but then he talks about some prior bars Rex has had, kind of playing on some pedophilia stuff and concepts, which I never liked, you know what I'm saying? Most people never liked. It used to be like, oh, if you could be over-the-top disrespectful, when that was, disrespect was one of the main parts of battle rap, you'd see some people play with some bars like that, and he brought up some bars that Rex has had in the past, old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get hit, which is kind of crazy. If Nitty is the alien, Rex is the predator, hilarious, you know what I'm saying, flip. The grown man bars, he meets his, he's on the field trip, takes her out with a fake ID to grown man bars, something she got to deal with. So he's landing haymakers out of these angles, man, even when they look like weird concepts, like, oh, he's going to take that route, talk about those old bars. He's able to kind of turn the room on Rex with it. From there, there's certain things real ones don't joke about. I'm going to expose your past, like Nardwar. So overall, works the angle good here. Similar how we worked the first good, but I thought Rex, on the first watch, I gave it to K. I still think it's a debatable round. Not mad at someone giving it to K like I did. But like I said, I thought Rex really was punching to end there. Built up momentum and hit some genuine haymakers. The lunchroom bar, put the beats on them. I like that a lot. The recoil, I like that a lot. And for that reason, I did actually have Rex edging the second and making it 1-1. So now you get into this fun situation, you know what I'm saying? We're just 1-1 going into the third, which always makes for a fun battle. And as we get into the third, back on Rex. And I will say, after 2 really competitive rounds, while it's not he does take a dip off in the third here. Not mad at it, right? We're talking about taking steps in the right direction. I think this is the most promise I've seen from Rex. Not even like just an empty third either. Hold you upside. This will be a double entendre. I'll hold you upside down and beat you with a bat. The bat sleeping upside down, I like that a lot. And then it gets in a little bit of the filler here. The alpha, if you try to play alpha, you'll get an omega shot. The turn up dead, the Virginia scheme, North Folk. it was cool. Just, you know what I'm saying? Cool, just like fluid wrapping. I go to a gun store in Queens and buy out the whole left rack. Found out myself, you know what I'm saying, left rack is a project in Queens. So, you know what I'm saying, you see that, a little bit of New York shit, bar for us to catch, you know what I'm saying. I saw the battlers praising it, saw a little bit behind it, so definitely good. And then give a cataract, the Tennessee, like a cataract, he had a Tennessee bar, a couple at the end, you know what I'm saying. Once again, kind of get into that content section, but by then, kind of gassed out a little bit. Not mad at it, he was pretty, energy was there, and the bars were there pretty much the whole battle, but Rex's weakest round in the third. At Bigg K's third, after taking 2 rounds to go full angle approach, you're going to kind of see more of just now the punch in here. The rebuttal is hilarious. He said, Rex keeps saying dumbass shit, and that shit need to stop. He said, you going to bleed an eighth of blood, and that ain't even a lot. So that was really, because you won't even realize it listening to it. Rex will say some shit like that. But it was obviously like super funny. So automatically, like, comedy is a really good way to turn the room around your direction. From there, the Pyrex bar was dope. Hit Rex in Effect, the future of his child. The Rex in Effect bar, crazy. Wouldn't your homies pouring out drinks for you that wouldn't give you a shot when you alive. And then from there, this really runs off with the third, in my opinion, creates its separation. M5 with the M1, it looked like a takeout order. Fire. The whole rhyme pocket leading up to you ain't never gotten that straight drop from a Mexican house. Stretch it out, put 5 on 1 like a Netflix account. Possibly borrow the event. And just so goddamn good. He really won the round right there. And then to follow that up, trying to get saved, becoming a Crip, trying to get saved by the Grapes, divine intervention, closes it out. Those 2 haymakers close out the third. I saw a few people trying to give Rex the third. Not a lot. But if you're doing that, shit, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I clearly got Bigg K, you know what I'm saying, taking the first and the third here, I think specifically the third is the most separation, and it just shows the versatility of K to get into angle, like, to go from just a straight puncher his whole career, and now we're seeing 2 creative, like the first angle we kind of expected in the first round, but 2 different angles, both done extremely creatively and sold, especially in the building, and then get right into the back-to-back puncher, elite puncher he still is. That's a lot of versatility, and for me, really showed that in the third, and took the round clear. And that is kind of my full synopsis of the rounds. And as you see, I do have Bigg K taking the first and third clear. And the second that I did originally have, I originally had K Gentleman's. Because I did think that Rex's first was like solid too. Even though I had him losing clear, I didn't think it was a bad round. But I did have K first and third clear, and I did have Rex edging the second on playback almost comfortably, man. I really love from the Foreman bar to the GPS, tone, bro, recoil, lunge table. Like, that's 5 or 6 of them, really catching them in a row, with the last few being some of the best. So love that. Really one of the better Rex performances in some time. Definitely surprised some people. In terms of the result, I thought it was a good Rex, and it still kind of played out in that clear Bigg K favor, that 2-1-30 area, because I'm still not mad at anyone giving K the second, but I personally got it 2-1 Bigg K. I think the argument with most people, seeing people that got Rex, is probably going to come down to the first. Like I said, if somebody's giving T-Rex the third, I just think they really want to give T-Rex the battle, right? And that's whatever, man, this battle rap, we're not going to argue all day over everyone's opinion. It's a lot of fun, and we say just subjectiveness, but some people just be fans, and that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? Be a fan, have fun. Ain't nobody going to tell you how to judge the battle. But I think for me, just from a little bit of objective perspective, for people that like to look at it kind of in that lens, I don't think that argument in the third, if you see someone saying Rex second and third, I don't get that. And I see the Rex first and second. And for me, it's just in the first, like I said, and I want to explain myself thoroughly, because I know people give me a lot of pushback for this, and they're like, OBC, well, everyone's got repeat bars. No one ever says 100% original round. And I agree. It's not a matter of taking points away. Like, it's not like, oh, just because you say one bar, it's been repeated. That'd be impossible. Even the Rex in Effect, something that Bigg K bar, the Bigg K bar that he did, the Rex in Effect, Nitty said it versus Rex. You know what I'm saying? Does it automatically mean it gets 0? No, but the more we hear a bar, I mean, the egregious one, the defeats, right? The Tylenol, the schemes like that, that's where it starts to get, you can't have too many of those, and especially in abundance. And for me in the first, really, when you write it out, it's not like Rex had a bad round at all, but it's just too many of those where it's the pomegranate, the smoking K2, the content like that, where K is rapping so fluidly. There really is complete efficient use of the time. You know, Rex rapping a little bit longer, which is fine, you know what I'm saying? But K is using that time super efficiently. He's not joking. He's landing a punch. The wordplay is a little more original. I just think there's a little bit of separation, especially in that modern day battle rap, where it kind of has to be analyzed a little bit and appreciated when guys are writing at a different level. But that's my more in-depth explanation. Just wanted to say really, really happy with both performances. Clear battle of the night, should be a big stock, a good stock raiser for both. Bigger probably for Rex than K, but I still have K taking the win. Came in as the overdog, and even with a really good version of a legend in T-Rex, I thought still really out-battled him in like an all-around perspective and had a great performance. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what did you think? You know what I'm saying? If you have Rex winning, you know, why do you got Rex winning maybe? Still, like I said, great performance. If a battle with Rex and Chess went down now, maybe a little bit more fixing on the content, but I'm starting to like Rex's chances a little bit more if that ever got booked. And also let me know, I put it on Twitter, who would you want to see Rex go against next? I know we talked about seeing the Geechee stuff a little bit, seeing the Chess stuff. Is there another opponent in there that you might, maybe a Fonz or something? I don't know. Is there another opponent in there that you think fits good? Please let me know in the comments below. But it's been JSmo Reviews again, y'all. Follow me on my Twitter in the description. I'm going to be live updating for GTX Day 2 today. But I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.